Wow. We are alive.
We are live. What's going on, guys? Welcome back to Hyperspace Hype, episode number 40. Nice solid number. Yeah, so we have plenty of stuff to discuss today. Well, maybe this Mandalorian. A little bit slower this week, but there's still some fun things to discuss. Joining us as always, we have Evan.
Yeah, I'm excited to talk about the craziness, the weirdness that was episode 10 of The Mandalorian. That should be fun. Not the most eventful episode, but some stuff to discuss. And then another rant, I should say, just preparing you guys for the whole Boba Fett bullcrap that got announced. I feel like every other week you have to discuss the potential of a Boba Fett series, so I'm going to be saying the same things I always say. But then we have the Lego Star Wars stuff. So, yeah, that should be fun to go over too.
And joining us, we have Carson.
You know what? I think the Boba Fett is the Nevada of Star Wars shows. We've been hearing about this crap for 5 years, and nothing has happened. I'll believe it when the votes are counted, the show is made, and I got 5 episodes on my Disney Plus loading screen. So it's yet to be seen. But yeah, some fun stuff in this episode. Definitely some. I feel like this episode is pretty much some of the what makes the show really good and what makes the show shaky at times. I feel like it was the best of both worlds in this episode. So we'll get into it. But yeah, excited to talk about all the humor in the holiday special trailer as well. I really enjoyed that. Can't wait to watch that around Thanksgiving time. I think it's gonna be a blast.
Yes. Okay. So, it's spoilers. Right in the title there. We're just gonna break
the passenger.
The passenger, which I was convinced because there was like the whole tweet about I think the description was saying ferrying. I was like, wait, I thought we were doing a boat thing. I thought we were.
Too.
I was so thrown off, guys.
Somebody posted the image of the boat thing on Tuesday or something. Was that a promo image for the episode? I was like, okay, I guess so. Because remember last week we discussed do they show promo images for episodes ahead of time or promo videos?
Not really. They just day of.
So I guess they just show how did we know they were going to go on a passenger thing like this episode?
I think they were just
was there an episode description?
The description leaked.
Yeah, I think the description leaked.
Leaked. Okay, that still wasn't really official. And then people just assumed probably it's going to be the boat. I thought so too. When there's 10 minutes left, I'm like, oh, are they going to go to the boat in the next 10 minutes or something? Never happened.
Yeah, I kept waiting.
And even when the title was The Passenger, I was like, cool. And I thought it was going to be Sasha Banks's character, but as soon as they crash, I'm just like, I'm now realizing Frog Lady is the passenger. We're not getting it. Tomorrow's a relative term. It never comes. Yeah. But we do start off on Tatooine. Still,
I was wrong. Yeah. Half wrong. I was like, okay, so we start on Tatooine. Nathan Drake was like, so is Boba Fett going to appear in the first 5 minutes here? I don't know what's going on. And he never did.
Guess not. I kind of had a suspicion because we're dealing with these marauders. Maybe are they attached with Boba Fett? I don't think so because they're after the child. It seems they're just another group of.
Yeah, it was very similar to episode 2 of season 1, where Mando gets the baby Yoda, and then 5 minutes later he walks into a canyon, and then people just show up out of nowhere looking for the child. And I thought it was a pretty fun sequence, pretty cool. You see him riding, and then it cuts to them trying to set up the trap. I liked that.
They tumbled the child across that road.
Oh my god,
big time.
That scared me.
Yeah,
I through the ringer.
My heart sunk when they dropped him in chapter 6, for the heist. But he rolled at high speeds. That is
even my eye was just catching the speeder in the background, just imploding. I'm trying to get my eyes to find the little speck on the ground. I'm where he's at, and I couldn't find him. And then he just stands up. But I really like this sequence. You know what? We started it. I really liked the camera work in the beginning of the episode. It was pretty just meh for me the rest of the episode, but it reminded me kind of like pod racing. It kind of reminded me of a racing scene because you just get this humming and you're very up close to the speeder and you know something is coming because it's just very ominous. But like I'm thinking about the last episode, I'm like, okay, am I gonna see Boba Fett like shoot something down? We're gonna fly out, and then you start to see they're setting up this rope, and he just gets launched. But the jetpack recovery was cool, and then of course we get I thought the fight scene was awesome when he like grappled the gun that they pulled out from behind the rock, and both sides of the gun hit the two people on either side of him. I thought that was pretty cool.
Yeah.
But that whole go ahead.
That whole thing with the jetpack interaction was funny. Interesting seeing that creature like that we initially saw in The Force Awakens. That was cool.
Which creature was he in The Force Awakens?
That was like it was when like Rey was scrubbing something and was watching the ship take off and like snapped her back out of it.
They did look kind of similar, yeah.
I don't think it's
rewatch.
Yeah. I like how good Din has got with the jetpack because we never really saw him train with the jetpack. He got it at the end of Chapter 8, and then we see him now in this season using it a lot, like in the last episode.
I never thought of like, oh yeah, obviously these gadgets would be like remote controlled with like a wrist on.
Yeah, me neither. Yeah,
because like growing up, I would just be like, how do you maneuver? Is it like a feeling thing? But yeah.
No, I like how he's like, he's trusting the technology, in a funny way. Like reminding me of it's like when it's like recall a drone. Like you can like on your phone or whatever, you can like hit return to home, or you can set like a point for it to land. And I love how it just lands and just falls over.
Drops.
But really, what I wanted to mention about this scene is it's kind of the first. Really, this episode is about the interactions between the child and Mando of like parenting and kind of like. So he sets several examples for him in this episode. And they're one of two ways: blow the guy out of the sky, or I think the more important parenting moment was don't eat the unborn children, and hey,
monster.
Yes,
he's a monster in this episode.
We're gonna stay and help this fish lady because it's the right thing to do, even though we're on a mission. So he's kind of getting tested to like now he has his expectations of. Being a father figure in a way for this guy, this little baby, and I liked the instances that it set up, and kind of we'll talk about some of the parallels with the fish lady and her having children, I guess, and that kind of stuff. But
that's a very good point, Carson, and this is something that I think is going to come into play later on in the season, and it has been like the seeds have been sown since season 1. Like season 1, he took care of the baby in episode 3. That's when he really started to really connect with the baby. And since then, there's been a lot of dark moments, and that kind of led up to the scene where Baby Yoda was choking Cara Dune, because like he's seen a lot of bad stuff, so that's why we started choking Cara Dune. It's like it wasn't really. I mean, it was surprising as an audience member, but if you look back, you're like, well, he's seen a lot of dark stuff with Din, and it's kind of continuing now. It's like Din Djarin just literally just drops that guy out of the sky, and kills him. So there's been a lot of like dark stuff, and I think that's going to come into play later on. When
especially
we have
the Empire hopefully shows up.
The Empire, exactly. And people like
now I'm getting this vibe of like importance of Baby Yoda is like this pure, raw, untamed power. Not like chosen one stuff, but like it kind of it's like that theme. It's like just like I'll mention like going back to Harry Potter. It reminds me of like the scene when Harry's talking to Dumbledore, and it's like it's like what you choose to act on. The light and darkness is like inside of us, blah, blah, blah. But like this thing, he can't do much right now. So he's being groomed by the experiences around him. So it's just interesting to see how he reacts to it. And then it makes I think it will add more to the stakes later down the line, because obviously if the Empire gets him, who knows what he's going to experience and become from that.
Like we always say, like I think the ending of this season is going to be he's going to be taken by Moff Gideon, little Empire Strikes Back cliffhanger, possibly.
Can you imagine beginning of season 3? He just gets like a little Sith robe and he's waddling around,
playing with mouse droids in the Empire.
The mouse droids run from him, or like the stormtroopers in the hallway, and they run away when Kylo's having the fit. I need a Baby Yoda parody of that.
Oh, that'd be too
Oh,
funny.
yeah.
But yeah, I thought the season was okay. Again, there's no really tense. It's hard to feel tense in The Mandalorian. I kind of felt this through my rewatch of season 1, and especially season 2. Like last week with the Crate Dragon, I know nothing bad is going to happen to Mando when he got swallowed up because he's like the main character of the show. And then
But
same
all
thing
the
with this one.
Raiders.
Yeah, poor Tusken Raiders. Yeah, those guys I knew it's a wrap.
Honestly, I felt most bad for the Banthas.
Yeah,
I did too.
Not to see what you guys' priorities are. And then same thing for this episode where he had a knife to Baby Yoda. I'm like, okay, nothing's bad gonna happen. I'm just thinking of like, how is Din gonna get out of this one? Not really scared for Baby Yoda.
Mystery box.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, no, that's where I wanted to mention in the beginning when I said like this was kind of like, the best of both worlds in the terms of both the Mando's strengths and weaknesses. I feel like this show sometimes shoots itself in the foot in terms of just repetitiveness in terms of stuff that's happening or of certain events, or like we get more of kind of that contextual Star Wars in this episode with like it feels like the lady on Tatooine, I love her as an actress, but she just feels out of it. Like that kind of humor. And then I wasn't sure how I'm interested to get your take on this of like the humor when he's like, "May the Force be with you." It just feels like so like meta, like,
and also
I don't know how I feel about that. Like, is like in universe Star Wars versus like the creators being like, haha, trench run coming up. Oh, did you see? Like we're going into the ice and there's trench run. Like, do you get the parallel? Like sometimes it's just,
stay on target.
I don't think that while watching. I'm just like, cool.
Yeah, I didn't actually mind the "May the Force be with you" thing, because I think like as an Outer Rim character like Din Djarin is, he probably thinks of the New Republic as something that's so like closely related to the Force, even though he doesn't know what a Jedi is. I don't know.
I mean, we see like at like multiple Rebel general meetings, they'll say that like, even though they're not forced.
So yeah, I think that's what the kind of thing is. Like he's like, oh, I think this is what you're supposed to say when you're next to the.
Yeah, it is. I think I like it the more I think about it. It was just weird. I was like, wait, and then I started, and then the chase started. I'm like, all right, whatever. But like, it's cool, I guess, because. Again, it's like Mando like having to like act out situations and just like kind of like go against things. He's like, oh, maybe it's not. He's just getting pulled in a different way, and I guess it's cool from that perspective. I definitely like that, and I love the noise of the X-wings that just went out, and he just looks at both sides as they go into attack mode. I thought that comedy really worked in that scene.
Me too.
Mr. Filoni himself returning to the screen. Against his will, probably.
Trapper Wolf, exactly. That was very funny. Well, real quick, so back to the Tatooine scene with Amy Sedaris real quick. How do you guys feel like about that whole weird bug ant thing? That kind of like weirded me out. The cricket, whatever that thing was, she was at the bar, yeah.
Oh, I loved it because it was like callback to original trilogy look. Because like it was funny because like back then they were just like, I remember hearing an interview with Mark Hamill being very unimpressed of the actual like bar scene because he read in the script like, oh, it's gonna be amazing. They were just like, it's a little giant cricket here. But like George just like, oh, we'll make it work. But like, it's a really cool design, I think.
It's very simplistic yet like it gets the job done. It made me think of like more simplistic like solo creature designs, like from the scene when they're playing Sabacc. You can see like there's much more like substance to it. It felt like very like it felt proper for like Tatooine, but it's cool.
Yeah, I like how she got him out of his money too. She's like, oh, he's very good. He's very good. She's like, okay, I put money on him, and then he like just takes all his money.
They get back, and then she had a few good lines of like, I thought you trust her with your life. I mean, yeah, I'm a good judge of character. That's pretty funny.
That was pretty funny too. I agree with you, Carson. I still think she like kind of takes me out a little bit.
And then the way I don't. This is just so nitpicky.
I'm so
but the way
used to
she's
it
like
now.
walking out of the cantina, I don't know what it was about it, but it was just it was really weird.
I don't even remember that. What? All right.
Just okay. You'll know exactly what I say when you go back and watch this scene. That is the most
I'm literally
nitpicky.
I'm literally rewatching with a friend tonight, but yeah, I guess I'll see. Okay,
man.
it's funny. I'm so used to her character now, and it's so fun. I did not expect this character to be in 3 episodes.
I didn't either.
Me neither.
Maybe
What the
that's
heck?
why I'm so judgmental on it because I'm like,
I think she has more. Does she have more screen time than Queel? I don't know. No way. But
watch Boba Fett kill her like in the middle of the season. Like he's like retracing Mando's steps. And next thing you know, he like killed.
I actually like her character. I actually do.
It's okay.
I know you don't, but
we got the blue guy coming back this season. Don't remember like the Guardians of the Galaxy comic.
Look, okay, even to that point, I have no idea. I think this episode cemented. I have no idea where the hell we're going this season because
oh my god, I love it.
I thought this was gonna be Ilum and like it would be in chapter 6. I was like, we're already here with the X-wings. I was like, what the hell?
It was so weird. Yeah, I did not expect that at all.
Yeah, nothing.
We also were theorizing. We were just like, he's gonna team up with the rebels for a mission and double cross. Like,
yeah, we're like,
so, for the interest of the child, and like,
yeah, because I remember during the trailer, we're like, okay, he's with the X-wings right there in that scene. Next thing you know, he's flying away from them. So, is he tricking them? What's going on here? We were kind of right. Like he was kind of tricking them, but it was weird. Yeah,
we were. What else did we get wrong? Like,
the Alien one was the big one.
We were like, yes, the Navarro assault is the first 2 episodes. Like,
yeah. Oh, yeah, we were right.
That's gonna be the finale. I don't think we're actually gonna run into Grief Karg and Cara Dune. I don't think we're gonna run into him until like chapter 6.
I think.
What?
Okay,
no way.
Yeah, at this point, I feel like we're gonna stick with like. I think next episode is the boat. I think next.
Yeah, I think next episode has to be.
Because we have
with that shot of the
that we saw. Yeah.
And then episode 4, I don't know what that could be about yet. That could be where he meets the new Mandalorians finally, the new coven, maybe.
You know what? Maybe I think 4 and 5 could be the stuff we have not seen stuff from, and then it could be picking back up in 6 and 7, back on the main plot with Navarro, and then 8, obviously a mystery. I don't know.
At this point, I'm gonna guess like somewhere in 4 and 5 is going to be the Ahsoka Sabine stuff, and then we'll
definitely
get back
5.
on.
Definitely,
yeah,
5. Yeah.
Is that the one Filoni's doing?
That's Filoni's written and directed episode.
Okay, then most likely, and then I think we'll go on to like the Navarro stuff for 6, 7, and then maybe 8. And if they like double back to Ahsoka stuff, then it would be a finale thing. I don't know.
Mm-hmm. I usually watch these episodes like after work in the morning around 11, 12 o'clock Eastern time. But for the Filoni thing, I might just have to like stay up because I cannot get spoiled by the Ahsoka. That's gonna be all over the TL.
Oh, everywhere.
Yeah.
Quick, since we're already talking about big picture question stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Since we started on Tatooine and we're like, okay, we got this big tease. Is this gonna just be left out in the open of like, hey, he's alive, and then based
what
on
I
the
say
rumors
last
that we
week, I said he's gonna be in one little scene and then poof until maybe the middle of the season, maybe the episode 6.
But
or
that
7.
goes against everything we were saying. Has this man left? So I'm like, are we going back to what? We have no reason to go back.
Why wouldn't he have left by now?
That's a good point.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Then why would he be there back there if he's already left?
Yeah, also I didn't see when Mando was like walking after the crash of the speeder. Did he have Boba's armor still or
Yeah, because remember he carried it back into town and you see the jetpack and the helmet hanging down, and then
she makes a joke saying like you finally found him and you killed him.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. I was all focused. I was just like, are we back in Mos Eisley? Is this the bar? Okay.
Yeah. It's so funny. Whenever you go to Tatooine, you always have to walk around everywhere or find some kind of transportation. Because in episode 5, like Toro takes away the speeder, and he's like, "Oh crap! Now I have to ride this slow thing back to town." And then now in this one, he just has to walk.
That speeder, sure do. All the callbacks. Man, but, they really wanted to integrate. Like, no, chapter 5 mattered. You have to watch it. You can't skip it.
Exactly. But yeah, I think Boba Fett if anything, he could. I don't know. It's so
Like,
confusing.
what was the point of teasing it so heavily if they don't use him at least for one episode down?
Well, maybe
It
we'll
would just
talk
be-
about the show.
That's so dumb if they did that.
I
I'm
I
sorry.
know, and we'll get into it.
We'll get to it. I know Carson's ready to.
No, it's funny, and like I'll break it down. But I was like, you can literally go to my reaction to the premiere,
Uh-huh.
and I was just like, I was really hyped on Boba Fett stuff, but within the context of here, if we, I know now we're just getting into the Boba Fett stuff, but like if we just go into like a whole Boba Fett show, then what's the point of having Mando? That's why we have.
Yeah,
Right.
there's no way they just tease it into another.
Yeah, and using
show.
him sparingly against for Mando's own character arc is way more fascinating to me in terms of the history of all of his character and how that affects the future of what kind of Mandalorians and bounty hunters there are versus like just saying, hey, he exists, and then boom, new show, we're just going to be in the desert and running around.
I was more fascinated in Cobb Vanth in the armor than Boba Fett.
I know, and that was
Easily.
that was the best kind of fan service, and I feel like we need to bring that up again because it was done so well where it's not like, hey, Boba Fett, it like added context and it brought a new character to life and it challenged Mando in a specific way, and especially with like trusting people and like who are the real heroes in certain instances, and like, you know, it may or may not go against this creed of this you've been raised and indoctrinated into, and that's far more interesting.
Exactly. I mean, it's two things. Like, it goes a long way where we see Timothy Olyphant in terms of acting as Cobb Vanth. Like, he was fantastic. He had a lot of charisma. He wasn't just some guy with the helmet on. I mean, I don't want to take shots at Mandalorian here, but like you can see a lot of expressions. You can see a lot of his personality, just the way he acted, which was really connected with the audience. And then, yeah, it also helped that it went against Mando's creed, which is hopefully what Boba Fett is going to do, even though we don't know, like, what his whole prerogative, what his whole plan is. I mean, right now I'm leaning towards what Carson said last week with the whole working for Moff Gideon, maybe looking for Baby Yoda. Because again, that's 2 episodes in a row where random people know about Baby Yoda. They know about the Mandalorian, taking care of Baby Yoda. Because the guy he met on that one graffiti planet wanted to take his armor and knew about Baby Yoda. This episode, right off the bat, they knew about Baby Yoda, so I think Boba Fett
could be a convergence of all those things. Yeah,
I think Boba Fett right now. Boba Fett's like, okay, this guy has my armor, and he has Baby Yoda, which is a high class bounty. So
that's my ticket back in.
Exactly, that's my ticket back in. I can take my armor, and I can get like a lot of cred with the Imperial Remnant here. So that's possibly where they could be going with Boba Fett. But again, I don't know when next time we're going to see him because we have all this Mandalorian Coven stuff he's looking for. That's the main mission. That's the plot.
We get more Cobb Vanth too. Like, but now I'm like, wait, how are we gonna pull Cobb Vanth off planet if
I want Cobb Vanth on Navarro in the missions? That's what I
do too. So bad.
Me too. Wouldn't that be so cool? Like, they're all like in trouble, and then he comes in flying, and he has
their chemistry was just so good. It was so good.
So good.
He just like tricked out a whole new pod racer. Just.
Anyways,
I'm down. Okay,
back to some more positivity.
Real quick, before we go to the space thing, I took note that the planet that what's it called, Mandalorian's looking for the passenger here, the frog lady, is called the moon planet of Trask on the gas planet of Kol Iben. So apparently that's not the what's it called, Mon Cala. As we all kind of
does it maybe orbit it? Maybe
you're right. It said moon planet, so it could be the moon planet of Mon Cala.
The forest moon of Endor, not actually.
Yeah.
The water moon of Mon Cala.
The battle of the forest moon of Endor is not as.
I instantly thought of I thought of Trask from X-Men, from Days of Future Past.
Boulevard Tracks, is it?
Yes.
Yeah.
Deep cuts.
And so I thought of
I know, right?
What's the actor's name?
Shoot.
Tyrion. Who's Peter Dinklage? I just thought of him. I'm like, we're going to Peter Dinklage.
I had to go to in my brain, I had to go to Infinity War to pull that out because I just remember people in the theater being like, "Peter's
Isn't that
English."
strange?
I was
know.
thinking of X-Men Origins Trask. Isn't there a different Trask in like Origins?
Yes,
or,
In
I think
X-Men
so.
3, there's a different Trask.
3, yeah.
Oh,
It's
yeah,
this
yeah.
black guy. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm like, there's so many different Trask. I don't know which timeline are we in. I'm Deadpool over here. McAvoy or Stewart? Which one?
My brain has been so stressed that I can follow the timelines and all the differences.
But yeah, so that was interesting. I do like that we're going to a new planet. I always like when Star Wars gets delved into new stuff rather than going back to same old. Even though we're going to see some same old aliens on the planet next week. But yeah, going into the space thing, I thought that was a very funny sequence.
Frog lady.
Frog lady coming in with
Cool
all her
design.
eggs.
Yeah, which are also
fun
cool.
fact.
You know, yeah.
Apparently, she's played by the same actress that did the actual body work inside of Quill last season. So cool continuation of that. Yeah.
Did she do the frog jumps?
That's what I want.
That blew
I
my
want to know
mind.
what
I
that
was like,
direction
really?
is.
It had to be all CGI, right?
Yeah.
I don't know. They looked pretty solid to me.
It did look really good.
It didn't look very effective, but
like the first one, yeah, it looked like she was like actually going, and then
it
it
was
got
just like
progressively like bounding.
doing butterflies on land. Like,
it really caught me off guard too. I thought she was like running, and then it was like boom. I'm on. I'm like,
Yeah, I thought she was done for, and then all of a sudden, I'm like, oh my goodness. Wow.
Well done. But yeah. Okay, so like break it down bit by bit. When the whole egg situation with Baby Yoda. At first, when he's just going to canister, I was like, oh, is he like communicating with the life inside? I was very
me too.
Yeah. and then I was just like, he's not gonna eat him, is he? Like, and then you just cut over. He's just like one bite with this puppet, because that's what I also think. I'm just like, how did they pull this off? Because I see other bits where he's like running. I'm like, yeah, they're marionetting this, but there's a charm to it.
Yeah,
he's just like consuming all these, and like every time Mando's just like, no. And let me tell you, as a cat owner, I was so irritated. Well, he just kept going. I'm just like, knock it off, because like my cat does that all the time, where she'll just like, whether she's like scratching my door or something, or just trying to pounce around, jump on my desk, like, just knock it off. God.
Yeah, no, my cats will go on hunger protests and just knock stuff off all of my ledges and desks in the house until they get fed. So it's kind of like, it was just like he was hungry, I guess, but it
kept making me so uncomfortable. It caught me off guard. Like, the first time I'm like, what the heck? And my brother was like, I don't really mind. It was weird. I was like, okay. And then the second time I'm like, okay, this is getting progressively weird, because I'm like, okay, I know these eggs are like, they're kind of like chicken eggs, right? So it's like
frog eggs.
They're not like fertilized or whatever, but
no,
but
they
then,
weren't fertilized. Yeah,
but then, which is true, but then like they're the last of her kind at the same time. So I'm like, this is very awkward. Like, should we be laughing at this? Is this a comedic beat? It
I don't know.
So
also,
I wasn't laughing.
Me neither.
She never witnessed it. She never like did anything about it.
Yeah, she never witnessed it. I'm like, aren't you gonna do like a count or whatever? Like, aren't you gonna do like an egg count?
At a point after the crash, I legitimately thought Mando, when he found the canister, and like he was like, "How many did you eat?" And then she's in the cockpit, like, "Did you find him?" I was legit just wondering, like, is he gonna blame it on the crash? Like,
yeah, I'm just like, what is going on here? And then, yeah, like I said, she never counted or anything. She never seemed to be like super upset. So I'm like,
he doesn't address it. He doesn't
address it.
He's like, I don't speak frog. Okay.
I'm like, this is just, was this a Peyton Reed or John Favreau thing? Like, it just felt very uncomfortable the whole time. I'm like, oh, not the best comedic beat to do in the episode. Like, I think once would have been like, okay, but then 4 times, I'm like, come on.
I thought
it was the episode with it.
It was good from the perspective that I brought up earlier of like Baby Yoda just like doing stuff and like Mando not being able to like control it. Like he's just like, he doesn't know how to take
hungry
care of this thing.
the whole episode, because he eats like the spiders later. Like, he's not stopped. He just ate Crate Dragon in the opening.
I know, and it's like, It's a hungry
It looked
child, and
delicious,
Mando,
by the way.
used to like walking across deserts and wherever he is, not eating anything, completing the mission. Like, no, I can't eat till I get my credits. you know,
I mean,
like that. And
Yeah,
then
I
you just
mean,
have Baby Yoda, just like, give me everything, give me the turkey, give me the.
this guy is constantly hungry, constantly hungry. Well, like Nathan said, like he went straight from eating the eggs right to eating the spiders. I'm like, dude, chill. Like, what are you doing?
To be
Uh,
fair,
yeah.
they did like have like I don't know how many days or hours passed during this episode, but they
Mhm.
decided to go to sleep like 4 different times in this episode as well.
Yeah,
It's like,
yeah.
oh, I'm going to sleep. We'll figure it out in the morning. It's fine. I'm like, what?
all we can do is rest right now, and then okay. Well, that kind of like brings to the point.
Uh-huh.
It was fun. It's always interesting when you watch the recap what they decide to recap on for focus for episode.
Exactly.
As soon as they showed I think was it 0 or 000 for the droid from chapter 6, the heist.
Hmm.
When they showed him, I was like, oh, chapter 6, what are we gonna get from here? And then basically I think it was just because like Filoni or the other pilot was like breaking down the arrest warrant later on, which we'll get to, I guess. But also like when the frog lady like taps into the transponder to like respond, which was cool, a really cool idea. I like, but it also threw me off at first because I was like, oh, it's alive, because you don't know what's happening at first.
Yeah, it freaked me out for a second there. Then I quickly caught on to
Wake up, Mandalorian.
I was like,
That's
how is she
cool.
hearing back? Like, that's what I thought. I'm like, wait, because she can say stuff.
But she can't understand
know.
him, right?
That's
Maybe
overthinking
she
it
could.
though. It worked.
I think she can
It worked for me.
understand it. She just can't communicate back.
Yeah, I think that was it.
Yeah,
Probably.
you're right.
Yeah. But yeah, we are kind of skipping over the whole interaction with the pilot and then the whole flight sequence where he got stranded on the ice.
Oh yeah, I thought we tackled it basically, but yeah, you're right. There's
Because they mentioned the whole Chapter 6 prisoner thing, which I thought was a pretty
Yeah.
cool tie-in. I didn't really expect that. Because my brother was like, "What's that from again? Like, what's that prisoner?" I'm like, "Oh, that was episode 6."
well, that was before they like ran the ping of like before they ran his plates.
Oh yeah, basically.
Basically.
Yeah, no, because they were just, and I think like the whole reason is because Mando didn't want to give away his position because he can't travel through light speed. They were setting up because it'll kill the eggs,
Which is a very cool concept. I like that. Where he's talking about if we don't travel through light speed, there's like a lot of pirates. Anything can happen in these days, which you don't really think about in Star Wars because a lot of the time people are just going through hyperspace. Han Solo goes through hyperspace every freaking time, so you never really think about just chugging along through space.
punch it.
Two things I'll add. I think Star Wars. I watched Star Wars Explains review today, and he brought up a good point. It was cool to see the Razor Crest journey in this episode of like, I think there's a line about how it like predates the Empire and like, it's kind of an old ship and, Mando has been doing this for a while and we kind of see it get destroyed in a bunch of ways. And it's pretty much on his last leg for like the second time. So you wonder what kind of renovations and stuff he's going to make to it or, what he's gonna evolve from. It's like kind of like with his character, it's like just beating down on this creed, just waiting for it to break. So I thought Star Wars Explained brought up a good point there because that was kind of cool. And then I also liked last week we got the stuff with the Mining Guild and Seizing Power after the Empire fell, and this week we kind of got more New Republic stuff of how they're starting to scope up the galaxy. But again, it's only 2 X-Wings just patrolling. Like, we don't really get the scale of it yet and unless we see it directly, in Mando's point of view. So it's just going to be ever expanding in this show. And so I like that kind of, seeing both sides. That's why you've got Empire stuff of how the Mining Guild came in. And then this week we saw call back to the New Republic stuff that we saw in episode 6 last season. So I kind of like just that layering of both sides.
Yeah, that's a very good point on both parts. For the second part, I like how in terms of the New Republic, you can kind of see how thin the New Republic is right now. I mean, it goes to show that Mandalorian run into the same guy, and like maybe Filoni's character is like patrolling that sector a lot.
That
so maybe
sector,
that's
yeah.
it. Or just like the New Republic doesn't have a lot of pilots at this time, which is kind of the case. And also, yeah, I just found it really funny that he's running into the same person and they recognize the same ship right afterwards. So yeah,
Somebody on Twitter was like pointing out that when they're flying the X-wings, like in that sequence, there was like a slower version of March of the Resistance playing.
Oh, I didn't really hear that.
Yeah, I have to listen back to it, but that's cool if so.
You know, it'd be great, Disney, is if you release the scores like you did last season.
Yeah, like dude,
that would
so
be
many
cool.
There's at least like 1 point every time for these episodes that I'll hear just like a little like chime or music cue that just like it's like, oh my god, Ludwig, give him the Oscar now. Like
yeah, Ludwig did a good job. Like the most unique score for this episode was, I think it had to do with the eggs. I think the eggs had their own unique score, right? Or
I think it's for the child himself whenever he's like looking around.
Okay, yeah, more for the child. Okay,
that shot of him like looking through the tank, and it's kind of like
the high pitch, like ding ding ding. Yeah, very. I butchered that. I'm sorry.
I think it's every time he's looking at. I think it's every time he's looking at food because they played it when he was looking at the spider eggs too.
yeah, he was like waddling off with the spider eggs stuff. They played that one unique track. I mean, it wasn't great, I don't think, but it was very unique. I liked it. I like how different it was.
I think I was in terms of like these two episodes, I was describing it in my video today that I think I enjoyed the story of the first episode a lot more, but like visually I like the aesthetic of this one more.
Oh.
Person. I like the setting of the colors, like the cold atmosphere.
Yeah.
I like the frosted Beskar armor throughout.
Cool. Yeah, you know, I would say that I like the different settings in this, and like, you know, seeing the Razor Crest like frozen.
It's
over
not sand again.
Yeah, it's like they're starting to fire inside, and like I love seeing like that kind of stuff. But also, just coming off Favreau's directed episode, I feel like the action in the cave just didn't quite do it for me. It was good. I liked more of the design of it than the actual like thrill, I guess.
We literally went from Iron Man to Ant-Man.
Like,
good point.
You know, and I was like, wait, okay, so we got Alien and Chamber of the Secrets going on, and we're running around, and
I literally have Chamber of the Secrets in my notes.
Can we?
Why is it always
now?
spiders? Yeah.
I think my favorite part was like the pre-fight when everything started shaking. I really liked that whole sequence, and they're like looking at it, and the spiders are coming out.
Literally, like let's break it down. Like when the child like literally gets to the first egg, it peeled open, and I was just like, that was very Xenomorph-esque. I'm unnerved.
It was, yeah. It reminded me of I think Prometheus when Michael Fassbender's character gets like lost down in the.
I said Prometheus last week when they had like that Tusken Raider mist water.
We've been bringing up Alien every week. It's kind of funny.
What is wrong with you guys? I know Ridley Scott.
What's coming next week? When's Ridley Scott directing the episode? Let me know.
I mean, you never know. Season 3.
It's gonna be like some like really messed up horror.
Ridley's always doing something.
I need to see that HBO show Raised by Wolves because I've heard decent things.
I've heard good
about
things
that.
too. I haven't watched.
I'm like,
it looked
this
interesting.
man is a machine. He's got like 3 features booked. This man is running around at 82 or whatever he is, like directing everything. Like that's
awesome.
Still
committed to. He's like, it's the final Alien film still coming. I'm just like, when?
Yeah, he's like, oh yeah,
I mean, he's got
Alien 3.
I love Ridley Scott because he didn't direct his first movie until I can't remember if it was 30 or 40. Which is just bonkers.
It gives us time.
I know it gives me as a soon-to-be struggling artist until I sell out to the depths of capitalism in the business world.
I've always thought about that with my. I've always thought about that with my series. I was just like, I don't think I could, in good conscience, sell it. But like money.
We got a decade to figure it out, boys. Is what I'm saying.
Strike a deal with Netflix. I don't know.
Anyways.
Yes,
all right, back to the cave.
Spiders. Okay, no, I was saying though, like it also threw me off before I registered that it was a spider when he was pulling it out. I was like, is that the mythosaur crest? Like, why is it?
And he just takes a bite out of it. Doesn't even look at. Just takes a bite right out of the back of it.
Yeah.
And then as soon as I noticed it was a spider, I was like, are we in Shelob's lair right now? Like, where are we go? And then it still didn't register with me that like we've seen spiders in Star Wars before, because once they all start swarming out, I'm like, oh, it's the ones from Rebels. Oh my god, Filoni, you genius.
Yeah, it looked very similar to the ones from Rebels.
Oh, they definitely were.
I don't know if they were the same exact ones.
I was looking at them. They are. Yeah.
They are? Because the mouth thing from the big one, was it the same?
Yeah, the mouth and that. Because we never saw them from those angles. We were just like avoiding blindly as Kanan.
Yeah. Yeah, because I brought it up too. I was like, is that from Chopper Base from that episode?
Yeah.
Chopper Base.
And I was like literally thinking, like, they look so creepy in live action. Imagine a live action version of the Chopper Base scene. Like
that would be crazy because that was a good episode. Yeah.
Now I'm imagining what live action Bendu looks like.
I'm imagining what live action Space Whales looks like, guys. That's what I'm.
I mean, we could see it in the Ahsoka series.
I would actually love to see that at some point in Mando. That would be cool.
Mando riding a space whale in hyperspace. He doesn't
got to ride it, but fine. If I saw that.
But yeah, I thought the sequence overall was pretty okay. I think the best part was when the big one came out of nowhere and started terrorizing.
Oh yeah. And like shot the.
I liked how it was going like up above, and you could see like in the depths of the ice as Mando was shooting his pistol. Yeah. That was cool. And then when they were trying to take off, which like
so unnerved when it
bounces down.
Ship. Yeah, no, but when like all the little ones infested the ship, like oh god.
Oh yeah, that was creepy. That was disgusting.
Oh, did you guys think that somehow that droid got activated or whatever? That like and was like shooting at the spiders.
No. My apprehensive scoop brain was like, "Is this Sabine?" Like,
oh my god!
You know what? I feel less
because I forgot about the pilot. I didn't think we were gonna see the pilots again. I was just like,
I didn't either.
I completely thought that was the pilot. I mean, I didn't think we were gonna see them again. But when I heard the noises, I was like, "Oh, so it's the pilot." Because you can kind of hear the X-wing noise a little bit when the X-wings fire their guns.
In hindsight, yeah, but I was just like. In the moment, I'm just like, all right, yeah, blaster fire, get the spiders away, because I saw like creepy like grind mouth on the windshield. Like,
oh, that was
cool. Disgusting. But yeah, I thought it was the X-wings at first, but then for a second I was like, is that Boba Fett?
Oh, you're coming at me for like, Sabine, but like Boba Fett in the cold.
Why would Sabine be there though?
Why would Boba Fett?
Well, for all I know is I thought this could have also been the same planet that we were going to be at with all the water stuff.
Yeah, true.
And I thought, well, maybe we'll run in there. I didn't know. Yeah, I don't know.
You know what? Let's just have Luke show up at this point.
Yeah, I know. We're making so many bad guesses.
Season 3 for the second Ahsoka appearance.
Oh, God.
Oh, my goodness.
Yeah, no. Oh yeah, multiple times I was just like, "How have you not already broken out your flamethrower for this infestation?" And then
right.
Yeah. I was like, "That's such like," because he's just like blast. I'm just like, "There's a thousand of them."
I thought that it was like it needs to like it can't like it gets like overheated and like you can't like and, like,
he hasn't used it yet.
Can't... Oh yeah, before he used it for the first time in the cave.
I mean, yeah, maybe if it like needs to start like warming up, but I don't. I was okay when he was on the ship, but I was just like, all right, yeah, at a point, you're going to have to flamethrower the door. And then even also at a point, good on Frog Lady for concealing a weapon to save Baby Yoda being freaked out with a spider on his head.
Yeah, that was kind of cool.
Yeah, I talked about earlier how I wasn't really scared for Baby Yoda with the bounty hunter people earlier, but when the spiders got on top of him, I was like, "Whoa, hey, wait a second now." Yeah, I was like, "Oh, it's a bit too close to come."
Because you just saw a spider stab into the ship, the hull of the ship, and you're like,
"Yeah." I was like, "Can a little one do that with Baby Yoda?" That would have freaked me out.
This is again like, I love how he had to like seal that entire like front section when the legs are pretty wide. I'm like, how did you? I'm like,
yeah. Now that I think about it, didn't they take off into space and didn't the front windshields break? Hold on.
Yeah, it did. And that,
yeah.
but that's
I don't know.
It's Star Wars. I don't have to sit here and be like,
No, science. No.
Does he have like extra glass window panels?
Evan, that's exactly what I was thinking in this episode, and I'm like, I am literally the people that were thinking about gravity during the Last Jedi opening sequence. I need to stop myself. And enjoy.
You're right.
Hi, I'm Neil deGrasse Tyson. I'm gonna ruin film for you.
It seems like Mando...
emotion over logic. Emotion over logic.
Oh, Gravity is a very flawed film.
It seems like Mando is constantly fixing his ship. Like episode 2 of season 1, he's fixing it after the Jawas.
Dude, it's so busted. There was a point I was watching. I was like, do we even see it anymore in the trailers? I was like,
honestly, he might. This is a hot take.
No, I think he
might part ways with it at some point this season.
No,
he walks out of it when he meets up with Grief Karga and everybody again.
Dang, you're right.
That's
also it's the first shot we ever saw was when it was busted flying over that planet. Now
marketing, emotion over logic. I don't need your logic right now.
No. We're here for theorizing. But yeah, no. Now we know how it got busted up.
You do make a good point though, because earlier in the episode, the pilots were like the Razor Crest, like it's kind of a known ship, like. Like stand down, he can't go anywhere. Like he's not going very far in that.
Just like
ship.
He is now with Baby Yoda. It's the target on the back, basically anywhere he's in space, and he's not in hyperspace.
So you make a good point. Like, could it go somewhere else? I mean, like, could he get a different kind of Razor Crest? I don't know.
It's also
putting in storage.
It's also interesting the fact that like the rebels were legit like saying like there is a warrant for your arrest. I don't know if they were just like turning a blind eye for that one time, and if he's still wanted by the rebellion, and now he has. We also theorized that would be a thing anyway. That like now he has no like ally allegiance on either side of the war.
Mm-hmm. Good point. I believe like the way I took it was when they made that deal at the end there. I think the pilots kind of like agreed on the truce, and then I think they probably went back to the computers or like and took them off the register. I think
that's what I thought too. They said, hey, you semi helped us out in this situation, even though you were there.
You were defending Matt Lantern's life.
Yeah.
But let's talk about that scene where they show up because, first of all, they
left him to die.
The non-Dave Filoni character, is officially named Carson in the show, which I thought was cool.
Wow. That's cool.
Second of all, I thought it was funny that they kept cutting to Filoni and he says absolutely nothing, and he's just sitting there with his gun. It was so funny. He was just sitting there pointing, and it would cut back to him, and he's just like,
he's shaking his head.
Yeah, I bet every time Favreau was on set that day, like, let's get him.
Yeah, let's get him.
I can't wait for the Disney gallery where he like brings it up, and he's just like, oh.
Yeah, last time Filoni did not want to be the like cameo pilot, but then this time he had a lot more scenes, and
you know what I hope happens.
What?
I hope what happens is during the Disney gallery, he's doing like screen tests for Ahsoka or something important. Like he's doing storyboards for like his episode 5, and Favreau walks in, just starts laughing. He's like, "All right, today's the day. You know what day it is?" And they have to go to
like
set
they struck
on
a
the
deal
ball
or something. Like he lost a bet, and now once a season he has to appear as a pilot.
I do hope it's an inside joke. That'd be hilarious.
Yeah, I mean, it easily could have been like Rick Famuyiwa again, or it could have been Deborah Chow again. I don't know what she's up to.
Speaking of which, sidebar for a second.
Ooh.
Rick didn't do episode 2. Let's predict what episode will he be doing.
I think he's doing episode 7.
Okay.
7.
Did you guys have a prediction of who was directing this episode? Like,
not at all.
I thought Rick.
At one point, I was going through. I was like, because I was like listening to like one of the pilots talking, and I wasn't sure of the voice, but I was just like, Robert Rodriguez. I don't know.
I think he might be like. I'm gonna say he's gonna be episode. Actually, I think it's a high possibility he's next week, and then we have like the returning directors like carry out the heavy stuff in the second half of the season. I could see.
I might guess
Rodriguez doing 3, Bryce Dallas Howard doing 4, Filoni doing 5, Fami, you actually, who's doubling up?
I think from you was actually writing episode 7. If I could look that up again.
I feel like Rodriguez might do one of the finale pieces because the man does action.
Yeah, that's
Rick
true.
is. Rick is writing episode 7.
Episode 7.
Mm-hmm. Then I would say 6 for Rodriguez.
Yeah, I'm gonna say 3 or 6. That's my best bet.
Makes sense. Yeah, but when the episode ended, I'm like, okay, this does seem like a Peyton Reed kind of episode because Peyton Reed again. I don't mean to dig on the guy, but he's not the most unique director. He doesn't have pretty much a good style. It's hard. I feel like
everybody who saw his credit was like, yeah,
exactly, right. That was me. I'm like, yeah, that makes sense. Like, doesn't really
have a bad sense.
Yeah, bad episode. It's not a bad episode. It's not the best, not the worst. Episode 5.
I definitely understand people who are like, I want more story, because I can get where people are like, we just kind of sidetracked for nothing. But I feel like there's going to be consequence, especially since now that the Razor Crest is damaged.
And it reminds me, this episode is not freaking filler. I'm tired.
Yeah,
I'm tired. I am tired of people calling slow episodes filler. I mean, this happens in the anime community all the time. Whenever there's a slow episode, people are like, I like the season overall, but episode 1 was kind of a filler. Shut the heck up. You don't know what filler means. God dang it. Just because it doesn't have any action or whatever doesn't mean it's not filler. The first episode could have easily been as much of a filler as this one. It's like he's doing the same objective as episode 1. Just because it didn't have as much fun doesn't mean it's not filler. God.
We all called chapter 5 filler, and they keep coming back.
Exactly, right? Episode 5, I didn't like it. It's not filler, though. It's not.
You know
when Fennec Shan comes back.
Fennec Shan comes back to life, baby. Here we go. She's showing up on the water planet.
No, you know what? Ahsoka's not going to be in the Filoni episode. It's going to be Fennec Shan.
I'm here for it.
I would be here for that.
Rodriguez gets Ahsoka.
That'd be
Alita Battle Angel herself drops into the Star Wars universe.
Here's your Alita sequel for the Alita fans. Go check it out in theaters.
Now streaming on Disney
$5 favorites at AMC.
Yeah. Oh, that's where. Okay. So we're still trekking with Frog Lady. We know based on her egg pack that like we're headed. I don't know, what do you call it?
No, I mean you're right, but I'm just saying it's depleting. Like by the time you get there, Amanda's gonna wake up and all the eggs are gonna be gone.
Yeah, there's gonna be like one left, and it's
one
like,
left.
They get to the husband, and he's like, "Honey, I bought us a mortgage, and you got one son left."
I got one cracked egg. It's Nemo.
Because Frog Lady's not checking. She's gonna be like, "Oh, I didn't even notice." I'm like, check your freaking eggs, lady.
It's so horrible. The child is a monster.
Like, imagine you have 10. I mean, there were a lot of eggs in that pool, so I don't know how much like she can double check. But I'm just like, this guy
like took 5 now.
Maybe you ought to take at least 4. So I'm just like, what's going on here?
Oh, he took like 8. I want to say. Off screen, he's just like,
where does it go? He's so small. Where does it go?
It's also so messed up that like at the very end of the episode, she is literally hugging her canister, and he still has the nerve to turn away and just.
Like, Favreau, this shit ain't funny. Like this is bad. Like
Favreau. Who wrote it? Who wrote this episode?
This is Favreau.
Favreau.
Like Favreau, this isn't Chef. You can't keep doing stuff. What are you doing?
We're gonna make an unborn egg grilled cheese sandwich.
Oh
Here we go.
It's an allegory.
A grilled frog sandwich.
French fried frog legs. Okay, but yeah. Anyway, based on egg pack, based on the liquid carton, as it were, we know that just based off the trailer, we're going to be off to the aquatic planet. I imagine we're going to be there first. I don't know if that's the planet we're going toward, like when the Razor Crest is like stuttering, though. Because isn't it a more green planet? I feel like
that's what I was going to ask.
It could be green / like when they get to the
Let's cue up the trailer,
through the
Carson.
atmosphere. Like
here's you watch the trailer again. But
because that was cool during the chase. Like we didn't really see the ice. I had no idea, and then we dip below the clouds, and then you just see all the ice. It was cool.
Yeah, good point. Yeah, we didn't really expect all the ice from an aerial view of the planet there, so
yeah,
you never really know.
All right, I'm gonna look up the trailer. We're gonna.
I'm doing it right now. Okay, so it is the water one. It is the water one that he's going towards here.
Okay.
No, I'm share screen.
It's very blue. Oh yeah, cool. Let's share it. But yeah, it was very funny. I'm like, okay, and I like how he said we should probably close all our doors because we would die.
Yeah, that was a good joke. I like that.
Sixth sense of humor, Mando.
If that happens, like we'll just be dead. So it felt like an Anakin line, definitely. Because I watched Clone Wars after all these episodes just because I'm like, oh, I'm gonna put on Clone Wars. So.
Oh yeah, that reminds me. There was a lot of interesting jokes this episode. Mando, like when he was sleeping or trying to go to sleep, and then when he's talking to the alien, and then towards the end of the episode. Do we think this was a lot of Pedro in the costume this week, or was it just a lot of ADR again?
Probably.
Honestly, besides the stunt sequence on Tatooine, I think it was all Pedro.
Me too. I think so too.
Oh yeah, I think I was thinking of the closest planet here.
Me too. Yeah.
Well, I guess it does look fairly aquatic. It's probably more like a teal.
Oh my god, the Razor Crest is so messed
Oh, it's
up.
so broke. Hey, look at it. We're sneak peek chapter 3 or chapter 11.
I'm surprised he doesn't get pulled into that atmosphere.
Right? It's so weird seeing like these shots in context now.
You know,
like,
let this play.
Who would have thought?
Let this play while we're talking. I'm gonna mentally check off everything that we've.
No, literally, because I'm like, that would have been chapter 6. This is chapter 5.
I think this is episode 7 right there. No.
Right? The finale.
That's
like,
episode 2.
Ilum,
Episode
looking for
2.
Jedi. Yeah, we're literally like, oh, Kyber crystals? No, he's literally just like, oh, hey, the tracks for Frog Lady right now.
Exactly.
Yeah. Okay. So we see here. This is Frog Lady and her husband with like 5 eggs left.
Could be a random person.
This is actually fascinating. All right, cool.
Okay, yeah, I didn't really notice. So yeah, he is with her. Okay, that's pretty cool.
Right,
Thank goodness they get reunited at least.
Right for now. Sasha Banks.
Yeah. He's like, who the heck is staring at me? Okay, weird.
Sabine. I don't know.
James Franco right there.
I think this is a shot on the water. I think they're on the boat in this shot.
Right there.
Yeah, this boat.
Man.
Yeah,
I'm on a boat.
Open skies.
So apparently, the guess is like she leaves him, and then she's like, "Oh yeah, if you catch that ferry, you can find your coven." Right?
Probably, yeah.
Maybe.
I would assume so.
I'm trying to see like the surrounding crewmates.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I think those crewmates probably turn on him.
Wow. Episode.
Look
2.
at that! Look at that! Episode 6 right now.
Yeah. What's gonna happen,
2.
guys? What's happening? Oh shoot!
Oh, is that
Boba?
Boba? This is in now. This is in the episode, but it was reversed.
Oh, you're probably right.
Yeah. Now I feel like this stuff is like episode 6 and 7.
No
4,
way, guys. I'm saying 4.
Look at that dynamic shot. Like
I hope.
You know why I'm saying 4 is because we haven't got Moff Gideon teased yet, which we have not yet.
We have to.
That's fair. Yeah,
you know, okay. I'm with Carson now. I think that's episode 4 too.
Well, that's why I feel like we'll actually have like a more 3-part-ish finale for 6, 7, and 8.
We could, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
No, but I feel like with how dynamic like the camera work is on this like sequence here,
so cool.
like it feels like we don't see stuff like that since like we saw for episode 1.
I feel like this could be a later thing, unless this
no,
is on. This
is
could
like
be on the boat thing.
I think
this
is the next episode.
Yeah, I think they try and trick him. Like, there's always something that goes wrong during the mission. So I think the people on the boat were like, "Hey, I like your armor," and then they try and trick him.
And like right here, it was literally like, "Yes, we're in Ilum. We're gonna run into
we're gonna get the kyber crystals. Let's go."
Right? Oh wait, hold on.
Wait.
Hold on, wait.
Rewind.
Oh my God, we're falling in. Okay,
yeah.
I think going back to the first part of this trailer, next episode we're gonna be
guys. That's what I'm saying. Here. How are we landing this thing?
We're crashing
going
in the
down.
Ocean. We're crashing the ocean.
We're so
Razor Crest. It doesn't float. I don't think it floats.
No,
No. There's holes in it.
it's gonna be a bumpy
Episode
one.
1.
Yeah.
Blink.
I think that's it, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that would be. This is
And
the
just a
way.
punch.
We haven't heard him say that yet, though. I think
So maybe this is not the way. I don't know.
This is maybe the way. I'm questioning my life. That special look.
all of it.
Oh, I forgot there was a special new one. There's nothing
Razor
new in
Crest,
this
stand
one.
down.
I know.
This is, yeah, we got that new dialogue. Not even the cloud shot was new. Is this even it? Hello?
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
it is. Yeah.
Yeah, it is.
Nope, that's fake.
Oh, that's what?
All right, let me literally go to the damn Star Wars channel.
That's comical.
No, yeah, that was literally a like fan Boba Fett trailer shot. I was like, all right, hang on.
Yeah.
We're going officially to the Star Wars. I mean, this will be good when I pull up like the Lego stuff later, anyway. But
Ooh, flash shot.
True.
I like
Never
I like
finished
I like
it.
look at the Mandalorian.
I
We're gonna
never
get like
finished it.
12
I'm sorry,
TV
Daniel. I
spots.
was older. I didn't finish it.
I know. Please come on our show.
All right, anyway, Razor Crest stand down. Yeah, I literally for some reason my brain was like, yeah, this is a new shot, right? No, not even. It's the crashing bits that are new.
Yeah. This is everything we've already
I
seen.
like that maneuver where he turned around on ice. That was pretty cool.
This is
Yeah.
probably episode 4.
I'm actually like trying to look at like the way he's walking. Like I'm just like, is it the same environment? Like, is he on a cliff? Where are we
I
at?
think so.
What's this over here? I'm trying to figure it out. Maybe he's like psyching himself up for the jetpack. I don't know.
I
It
think
does
it's
look like-
Navarro still.
Yeah, me
Okay,
too.
yeah.
Is it
So
just
he's
the yeah. 'Cause
Wait,
see, look
no,
on the
wait.
left.
Is this
What?
even the Razor Crest? Now I can't tell because I feel like I would see the
Well-
engines in shot.
No, because the engines are bigger than you think.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they
well,
could
are
be
they higher up or?
It could be
Yeah,
higher.
they're
up.
higher up because
Yeah.
it's like it goes up and out.
Yeah. Okay.
So it gets fixed.
Yeah, I'm excited for that reunion. I was literally like, yes, this is like toward the finale. like
We've seen this.
you see shots like this, and it's just like you expect this to be way later, not the second episode.
I know.
Yeah,
We've
that's
definitely
crazy.
seen this. We've seen this.
I mean, the first episode is an hour long, so they put a lot of scenes in that trailer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This excites me because
Oh,
That's
that's
so
a
cool.
newer shot. Troop transport. Blue guy back.
Carson's favorite character.
my
Alright.
favorite character.
Okay.
Yeah, we haven't seen any.
What are we? Some kind of Suicide Squad?
or we some kind of the Mandalorian.
Oh gosh. Carl was like so uncomfortable doing.
I can't. Okay, that looks exciting as hell.
This could be later on.
Yeah.
I won't
I mean,
lie.
Moff Gideon could be in one of those ties. I doubt it, but he
No,
could.
but it's so great just to see more than one. Like,
yeah, true.
I know. You're like, oh my gosh.
Whee!
This is definitely Navarro. I'm thinking. I think I'm sold on it being Navarro now.
No, it is definitely is Navarro. I will prove it to you. Because we have
Lava, right?
lava.
Right there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you're saying
You're right.
Navarro invented lava?
Yes.
But yeah, I think we probably have. I'm gonna go out on a line and say 2 or 3 locations that we have not seen whatsoever. Maybe even more.
Because again, Moff Gideon is or not Moff Gideon. Giancarlo Esposito said he broke a lot of Darksabers this season.
Yeah.
When
where
is
is
popping
that
those
gonna
out? That can be in episode 4 during that heist episode.
I don't
Oh,
know.
I hope.
And
No
I
way.
still don't.
Could be a
I still
tease of the
don't
fight.
see- and I still don't see him going up against someone like Ahsoka, who's.
That's what I always said, but then you guys were like, Evan, you can put up a fight.
No.
Well,
Nathan
yeah, I
said
think.
that.
Well, I
would
think
say.
that was in like the theory of also like if he is as trained as like someone like Thrawn, who's like constantly like
Right. We don't know how. We don't know this guy.
he had that sharp precision when he was just like, okay, yeah, he was blasting in the finale. And he was like, all right, well, Mando's got that giant cannon, but like there's a power cell I can blow up. So
Yeah, kind of
and
used his
one
brain
shot,
there.
boom. So
Yeah, he didn't do much.
blew out his head.
I mean, yeah, common sense. He was like, "Oh, I see an explosive. Let me shoot it and wound the guy."
Maybe he's like, oh yes, I know the way of Mandalorians. They won't take off his helmet. He'll die.
yeah. That all went through his head at that moment.
Right.
But yeah, I do hope we see more of him. I don't want like 2 episodes a season to see Moff Gideon, or even Grief Karga. I don't want 2 episodes of just get Grief Karga in 2 episodes out of 8.
Can I get a hologram call? Like,
I want more supporting characters in the show.
That's what I was saying is we were talking in our spoiler group chat today, and someone said,
I'm still not a part of
I think
well, we caught him now.
I think I was the last one added because I watched it last or something.
Yeah, you tired.
Anyways, so someone said, "Oh, I think he's gonna show up in episode 4 and get half a season. And he'll be in every episode." I'm like, but you can't repeat that because he just was so after season 1. It's like that's the thing. Like,
yeah,
you know, it feels like weird. Why would we backtrack on that and then not see him for half a season? I don't know.
I agree.
I think we get a tease at the end of episode 3. We have to get a tease. That's just me.
We have to.
It feels unsettling now because now we're officially like a quarter of the way through the season.
Wow,
which is weird to say, but yeah.
Yeah, like now there's only like 6 episodes left, and it's just like, and then we're back to being theorists for a year.
I can't wait for those season 3 scoops.
Can't wait for that one reveal that's gonna be like,
we already have one. We already have one, right? That new casting thing.
Oh, you're right.
Talk about later, but
we can move on to that now. I think. Are we done with the episode?
I think so. What are you guys talking about? Have I heard about this?
Yeah, the whole deadline. Everywhere else is reporting that season 3 could be filming as soon as October, or as soon as this month, or November.
I thought Carson said a casting of someone.
There is a casting in the deadline article. There was a woman named Sophie Thatcher that got rumored to be in season 3,
but they don't know if it's a spin-off or a season 3 casting move, because the article is also saying
for the actress.
Yes, the article also, I'm pulling it up right now. The article is saying that it's multiple sources are going around. They don't know for sure what the casting would be for. Oh, here we go. Pull it up. I'm gonna share our screen.
Oh, cool.
Okay, I got you. And a minute.
Some great airtime here. Oh,
boom!
There we go. Deadline, the best news site in town, right, guys?
Right. Source themselves, but okay.
They always source everybody, right? They're always very responsible. Very on top of things.
Working title of season 3 is Buccaneer, which I'm pretty cool. So there's going for a late November, early December. Others point till spring or even fall 2021. So it's just all over the place of where they're actually going to start.
So they have no idea.
So they have no idea basically, and
all right.
So then they're like talking about the confusion of secrecy, the Boba Fett rumor, which we'll talk about in a second.
Do you know who the author is, by the way?
Neil Andrew. Nelly. Jeez,
that's literally the only that woman, right? Is the only source for this Boba Fett series that people have been going off of. Literally, she's the only person.
Was that her article?
Yeah, this is it right here. People have been going off of this sentence.
That sentence.
Yes, that's literally the only. Because Collider has not posted anything. The Wrap has not posted anything. Variety has not reported anything either. These people are going off of that one sentence of the article.
Yeah, so then it goes on. Sophie Thatcher, when the streetlights go on in Chicago Med, is rumored to be joining the Mandalorian franchise. Nobody's commenting, and there is conflicting information whether she will be part of the Mandalorian's upcoming 3rd season or an offshoot series or both.
So again, nobody has any idea, basically, which is pretty much the thing with this whole article. Nobody really has a clue. It's just a lot of guesswork, which is respectable. Because that they're staying.
And then she hints it here. There's speculation such a series in the works is about to start filming, though it is unclear what Mandalorian characters would be spun off and whether Boba Fett is one of them. Okay.
Yeah, I mean, just reading this again, it symbolizes that a lot of this is very up in the air and nobody really knows. So a lot of people are running with this Boba Fett thing, and It's just very up in the air. Yeah.
Let me
Uh,
pull up a Sophie Thatcher just so we know who the actress is.
yeah. I don't watch Chicago Med, even though my mom watches Chicago PD, and there's a Chicago Fire.
Right.
So
The Chicago Cinematic Universe.
yeah, there's a Chicago trilogy legit on like I forget what channel it is. I think it's Fox. I want to say Fox.
I think it's NBC.
NBC. That works too.
Just I remember like the announcer of shows on NBC.
The only NBC show I watch these days is This Is Us. Pretty good looking actress.
So yeah, this is Sophie
calm
Thatcher.
down.
What?
Okay.
She was just in this Prospect movie with Pedro. Actually, I'm pretty.
Oh,
sure
maybe
Pedro.
that's her in. Gotta love Hollywood.
They're good looking.
So yeah, been a lot of TV Prospect. I've been meaning to get to Prospect because I've heard.
Well, if
did
you
it
want to
just
stay
come
on
out?
brand, there's a new image of Daisy Ridley that came out.
I mean, I know, right? That was pretty nice too. There's an Exorcist TV series.
There's a what?
Exorcist TV series.
I guess 2016.
Oh yeah, I think with
Yep.
was it Dominic Cooper? Is that his name? Plays a like young Howard Stark.
I
don't know. Let me
wasn't
click
that
on it.
I don't know.
Or no, The Exorcist is a different thing. No, yeah.
Yeah, you're thinking of I forget what it is. You're thinking of the AMC show, right?
Preacher?
Yeah. Preacher? Is that what you're thinking of?
Oh,
Maybe.
Preacher.
Yeah. No, The
So
Exorcist. Like, yeah, there's a show, but like, yeah, now I'm remembering it's way different. I think is Gina Davis in it?
Gina Davis is in this.
Okay. Yeah.
Yes.
I have no idea who that is either.
Who
Anywho,
Gina Davis is?
Yeah, what's she from?
A lot, but I couldn't
I'll
necessarily tell you.
Maybe if I see her face, I'll be okay.
Gina Davis is from her
The mom
top
and Stuart
bidded
Little.
roles: Thelma and Louise, The Long Kiss Goodnight, The Fly, A League of Their Own.
Yeah,
I've seen League of Their Own.
she is the mom and Stuart Little. I'm not crazy, right?
Oh, I know who that looks like then. I like Stuart Little.
Cool. With Michael
And-
J. Fox.
Yes.
Not just one Stuart Little, but 3 Stuart Littles, because apparently
There's 3?
there was.
The
I
third
guess.
one's all animated. Which
Oh,
threw me
okay.
for a loop.
I like the second one. The second one is pretty fun.
Oh, me too.
Yeah.
And it's Star Wars. We're already an hour and 11 minutes, and I want to cut this off before 10.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah. So let's just dive into the whole Boba Fett thing because again, the
I don't
deadline
want
article, the deadline article theorized it, and then a lot of like those Star Wars just news scoops in general. I think Daniel RPK tweeted about it earlier today, saying like, guys, there's a Boba Fett, Ahsoka, Kenobi, Cassian Andor, Leslie Headland show, and more to come for Star Wars on Disney Plus.
More did you speak?
And he mentioned some sort of Han Solo spinoff, which is we've rumored about that plenty of times over the summer.
Want that?
Me too. And again, I'm going to sound very hypocritical here because like I'm semi excited for Kenobi. I want the Solo thing. And those are original trilogy characters. We've seen those characters before. But Boba Fett to me is just screams uninteresting, especially when you have a character like Mandalorian, which spun off because of Boba Fett. Like you have a character like the Mandalorian who has a helmet, has just very similar to Boba Fett in terms of character. Granted, Mandalorian is a different character. He follows Mandalorian creed. There's a little bit more complexity to the show as we've seen from season 1 to season 2. But Boba Fett, to me, to have his own mini series, just seems so Marvel-like, so simple. Like, what's gonna be the whole complexity there? What's gonna be the whole purpose of the show? What's the whole pitch of the show? It makes no sense.
Yeah, and
I don't want it.
George did some stuff with his character in Clone Wars, but to me, like at this late stage in his life, I guess, like I just don't know what's compelling about it. Presuming that obviously it's going to be Tamora Morrison now that it's teased and everything that's happening, and maybe he shows up in Mando again. But to me, like you were just saying, Evan, like Mando feels like hey, we have an idea, but let's make it more interesting and fleshed out because we have this character, but we need to build context around a time period for it to work and different characters and interactions to make it a full show out of it. And to me, on a scale of like Kenobi limited series to Mando, which is going to spawn probably multiple more seasons, a Boba Fett show just feels so limited in terms of anything they could do. I'm just like, I'm stretching for ideas more so than we brought up with Kenobi. With Kenobi, I'm excited because I think there's potential as a limited series to you know tell 6 hours or 6 45-minute episodes of that story. But for me, I just draw a blank for, maybe that's a good thing that I'm not drawing any of like, okay, well, clearly he's going to be doing this and this, but also that's a double-edged sword in terms of coming up with content. It's like, you don't want to write Boba Fett in a way that you don't know what you're doing, but really there's nothing about the character. I don't know. It just seems like a misfire to me personally. I know some people really resonate with Boba Fett as like a cool character in Star Wars, and that's totally understandable. But the man has like 6 minutes of screen time. I will never understand the hype for Boba Fett. To me, has been escalated by 4+ years of fandom saying what could he be, but he's not. And so it's like, I don't know.
Yeah, and I feel
agree.
like a thing with that is it was even like brought up with like in the Disney Gallery and like John and Dave talking about how like same thing with like IG-88. Like he looks super cool. We have not actually seen him do anything, but he looks super cool, and that's why they did IG-11, because they want to do stuff like that. And even like for the same bit of like the Mandalorian, like I feel like the whole like pitch idea for the general public is just like, he's not Boba Fett, but like it's everything you've put onto Boba Fett we get to see executed terms of coolness.
Good point. Yeah.
Which to that,
and why
to that
not
point,
use Boba Fett to either undermine or push forward that character that was inspired by and in part the contribution of the Boba Fett aesthetic in the first place? It's like, why would you not? And you've already teased it in the show. It's like, why would you not want to use it sparingly and use it effectively, then drag it out into something that you're uncertain about? That's where I'm just like coming from.
Yeah, it would seem so reductive to have his own series after putting work to have him in this series.
If anything, I would rather see him like as part of the Solo series for a Jabba mission. It's kind of like what we were also saying that one time when like it seems like every character from Solo is getting their own spin-off, and like maybe we're just hearing like individual scoops that are actually all part of one same scoop story.
It's very possible.
Which very well could be the case, yeah.
And Carson, you mentioned earlier how Boba Fett was seen in the Clone Wars. That seems more interesting of a concept to me. Not saying that I want Boba Fett, a series of Boba Fett in the Clone Wars, but Boba Fett's a great supporting character. He worked in the Clone Wars. I liked those episodes because there was meaning to it. There was meaning to his arc in terms of Mace Windu getting over the trauma of what happened to his dad, him working with the bounty hunters, with Cad Bane. That was fascinating to me. But him by himself isn't. Again, Boba Fett in Solo, that works because he has an antagonist. He has a foil in terms of Han Solo. We could see him working with Jabba. We could see him probably working with other syndicates. That could work.
But I think it would also be like funny just to see like a dynamic where Han and Boba Fett have to work together.
Yeah, there's all sorts of potential with that era, and it's like some characters are purely created to be a foil, like Evan just said. Some characters work so well as a foil, and because they work so well as a foil, people latch onto that as evidence for like, oh, we need to know everything about this character.
Yeah, I want to see even more of them.
Right, and it's like, I don't want everything in the future Star Wars. I love Solo. I'll defend it to death. I want a series. But to me, that's the last leg of like the explaining type of like in-between period stuff that I want. With Boba Fett, it feels like it feels like a vacant explanation that I could go without, and I feel like I'd rather be left to what content we have of Boba Fett and him being used in The Mandalorian than imagining new stuff where potentially it's just not going to play out um, in a full scope of things, or just like forcing events to kind of come up around him. Um, I don't know, and it's the same thing. We'll briefly touch on the Ahsoka thing. It's like it feels like a wrong pick and choose of a certain era, of a certain time, of a certain character. It just feels off, and I can't.
Yes.
That's my best articulation of it, but that's just
Yeah.
how I feel about it.
It's funny, right? Because Boba Fett is a character that we haven't seen a lot of, and I don't want a series of. Even though we haven't seen a lot of Boba Fett in terms of his character, he's in at least 5 minutes in Empire Strikes Back, and even less in Return of the Jedi. And then we get a lot of content for the Clone Wars. And then he's in some comic books, but we don't see that much. We don't see that much of Boba Fett, and I don't want to see him have his own series. On the contrary, Ahsoka, we've seen a lot of, and I still don't want her own series because we've seen a lot of her, and because
we've seen her whole life.
We've seen her whole life. Her arc is kind of over after the Rebels sequel animated show. Her arc will be over.
Again, in that role, used sparingly in that role because it makes sense for her to affect the people around her, and there's some goal in mind and there's some purpose. We even see it in Rebels of like Ahsoka sitting in the cockpit with them and then just kind of just like reflecting on that, just having something again, and then of course she disappears for a while, but then we see that world between worlds stuff, and it's like it makes sense to be in and out of Ahsoka's life, but it doesn't. It feels like if we turn the mirror all the way around to her, we're gonna be missing what made her showing up compelling in the first place at that stage in her life. And so that it feels like we're just gonna like shine off the main focus of stuff that's happening relatively around the character to just be the character, and sometimes it's just like that just doesn't feel enough.
Agreed. And what else was I going to say? And it sounds very like hypocritical again because Obi-Wan Kenobi is something that's coming out. We've seen a lot of Obi-Wan Kenobi 2 in the series coming out. That's kind of different, because granted, this is something that I was like, I'm very nostalgic for. I'm very emotionally so. I grew up on the prequels. Ewan McGregor is a fantastic actor, and I think he can do a lot of great acting within the Obi-Wan Kenobi series. That's really much it. Great. I'll be honest. I'm not super excited for Kenobi, but when we have people like Deborah Chow coming in, Ewan McGregor is coming back, that's what gets me excited. And we haven't heard anything for Ahsoka at all.
Yeah, I could change my mind. Like Evan, you're saying, like if a talent such as that gets attached, and all of a sudden they come out and do an interview and they're like, "Hey, this was my pitch. This is what we're going for. I'm gonna get to execute it 100% my way. Lucasfilm is 100% on board with this. Fine, let it be. Let it get 100% done, and I'll be the judge of it then. But until they get a cool creator behind that, I'm just struggling to come up with an angle, and I feel like they would be possibly struggling too. And so I don't know.
Couldn't agree more. And final statement on this, like I would be way less critical of upcoming Star Wars projects like we have been for like the past couple months in terms of Boba Fett, a Darth Maul thing, a Lando thing, an Ahsoka thing. I'll be way less critical of these TV shows, rumors, if like they were like Marvel. I mentioned this in a couple of tweets earlier today. Marvel's doing like 3 or 4 shows a year soon, like starting like in 2022, 2021. They're going to be doing like 3 or 4 shows a year. That's not the case for Star Wars. Star Wars, at best, is going to be doing 2 if they can squeeze it in there. So if they're doing such limited TV shows, I want these limited works to be something that's worth telling. And a lot of these rumors that we've been hearing over the past couple months have not been worth telling, at least in my opinion, like as we've heard so far. Granted, anything could change, like we just said, if you get some good talent. But right now, I'm just like very skeptical. So it's a wait and see situation, but we'll have to wait and see.
Cool.
So yeah, let's go into Lego Star Wars.
Yes. I'm gonna share screen.
Yeah.
Something that got me very excited.
Oh, dude, I love it. I love
Love
this
this
song.
track.
Step
Lucasfilm
aside, Tenet, the best time travel movie of the year is coming at you.
Literally. Look at this.
November 17th too. It's coming right like 2 weeks. Crazy.
So this is
A week
post-
after the PS5.
So this is so canonically this is
Turkey.
episode 10. Canonically, this is episode 10.
Yes.
Oh my God!
Not
Look,
very
Rose
much.
already has more screen time than she did in the whole movie.
Look in the back. Look at the white Wookiee from the holiday special. Look at it.
Oh
Yeah.
wow! I didn't even realize that. Okay, that's cool.
That's hilarious. Yeah, it's great to see all these characters. Billy D. Williams reprising his role as Cape loving Lando.
Wonderfully. Please be a
this is-
cape. Please be a cape.
Yeah, was it? Now this dude sounds like Akbar, but we know canonically the canon don't matter obviously in this situation. But isn't this like doesn't Akbar's son appear in Rise of Skywalker like Junior?
Yeah,
Yes.
Rise of Skywalker and that one novel before Rise of Skywalker too.
Okay, now this literally is what I was imagining my Lego episode
Yes,
10.
I know, right?
I literally built this set to go save Ben Solo in the world between worlds. And what does Rey
It's the
do?
Jedi symbol.
What does Rey do? She has opened
That's crazy. That's wild.
time.
A better story than Rise of Skywalker already. That's crazy. This is so much
I
fun.
love this
Oh my
part.
God.
It's so crazy. Like
Yeah,
this is such an interesting concept.
that's a big
Master
concept.
Luke.
And BB-8 in there. Like it's so much going on. It's so great. Look at
Just
this.
fighting on
Hey,
Hoth's
here we
face.
go.
That's so wild. It
Wait, where are they fighting?
looks like Hoth, right? There's all that snow.
Yeah, it did look like Hoth. It looks like inside. I thought I saw like a council
Yeah.
on the left here.
Yeah, it looks
Oh.
like Hoth for sure.
Oh man, that's so funny. Oh, this is best. This is the best part.
Yeah,
Oh,
I
that's
love
so funny.
Yeah. Swallow!
Oh
Take it in, gents. What's stopping you from looking like this?
my goodness.
Can you put a shirt on? Yeah.
Right? Battle Endor, like literally like all eras, dude.
So fun.
4, 5, 6. It's so
He
fascinating.
takes it. He takes the time crystal. Darth Vader.
The
takes
canon applications of Palpatine having
Yeah, no,
The
Palpatine
time
literally
stuff.
says, yeah, the times. He literally says, I'll change the future. So, like, we're going to rewrite the
Ezra-
Rise of Skywalker.
Ezra
The
tried.
rewrite of Skywalker.
Ezra and Ahsoka tried so hard to not let Palpatine get in the Road Between Worlds in season 4, and now he just takes it.
Yeah, he's literally like with his blue fire, like, "Eh."
Yeah, like I would take
look
it.
at
You're
this
like,
stone wrapped in like cheap band-aids from a K.
Right.
That's a cool shot. Return of the Jedi,
Yeah,
Luke and Rey. Oh,
Rey
so
literally
cool.
every era of Luke. That's pretty dope.
That's awesome.
Even Ghost Yoda, like down to that.
My boy Palpatine just chilling.
Talk. What is
All right,
going on here?
What
He's
the
straight.
heck?
Let's go.
Because we're on Tatooine, and so this must be everybody gets dumped here, and then just
Yeah.
realizes,
Okay.
hey, we got to put aside our differences and eras. We gotta go. And fight.
Okay, I will break all this down. Okay, can you guys
Yeah.
see my cursor on screen?
Yeah, we can. Yeah.
Yes.
All right.
Is that Anakin in the top right?
That's what I'm
Yeah.
about to ask. Yeah,
No,
that
yeah,
was
that's
Revenge of the
Anakin.
Sith.
Anakin Maul, a bunch of stormtroopers and Sith troopers. I will say, I believe this is both Revenge of the Sith and Phantom Menace Obi-Wan.
I agree.
That's
okay, yeah, I was gonna
hilarious.
say the same thing. Is that Mace Windu
Yeah.
in the bottom right?
Yeah, that's Mace Windu. There's both Hans, young and old.
That's so great. Is that the top half of Maul's armor or Maul's torso?
I think so.
It probably was.
Oh,
I'm
so
trying to-
cool.
Ray's
okay.
face.
Yeah. It's no, yeah. Let's. God damn it! I wanted to try to 0.5 speed. Look,
We must
we're just
find everything.
we're just goofing at this point, but like it's fun, dude.
Oh, so crazy. You get the red Final Order troopers.
Okay, yeah, it's Anakin and
Kenobi.
Obi-Wan. Yeah, literally. All right. Well,
Not enough frames.
not enough frames at all. Stop motion, you know. What can you do? Not even. Yeah,
Where's
this is-
that at? That's
It's
crazy.
not a pod race.
Oh,
I've no-
yeah.
I've noticed.
Oh my god!
multiple-
Wait.
Yeah, no. I've
Okay,
noticed
so that's little Anakin. Who's on the left?
With-
That's
That's
old
Anakin.
Anakin.
It's Anakin and Obi-Wan.
So they
Oh
were
my
fighting.
God.
Not
That's
fighting.
pod racer. A bunch of stormtroopers are with Sebulba. Rey's fighting Vader.
Again.
They're literally just going through.
That's so cool.
I'm pretty sure these. Well, no, they're not the right.
Is
like,
this
armor.
Felucia? Where are we
No,
at here?
no, it's not the right
They're-
armor. But I was literally like, aren't these the same troopers that like kill like Adi Gala or somebody like in order to save? I don't think so. Like this is insane. What had been happening with also Anakin and Obi-Wan just going off, and also Anakin is Vader, so like this is a lot.
Yeah, these four are just hopping through time everywhere.
And I did not know Mando was going to be in this.
I didn't know.
That completely surprised me.
I think they're amidst the finale because IG-11's here being caretaker.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Look at that texture. Look at that texture.
That texture.
Look, that's
Okay,
adorable.
Neil Scanlon.
Right? Dude, it's so adorable. Rey even says so cute.
Yeah.
Even Anakin and Obi-Wan are like, aw.
Even Vader is looking like, oh, like what's?
I mean, you have a good point
Right?
there. Yeah.
Oh wait, what? Wait, I gotta go back. I gotta see. I'm like literally like looking for Moff Gideon or somebody.
I would not be surprised. It looks like they're just
Right?
passing through.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yahoo. Classics.
Classic.
I love the stitched like sweater title cards.
Oh yeah.
Zori Bliss.
Zori.
Max Rebo.
Jana. The best character.
Right? Snow Angels for Life Day. Oh yeah,
Post sweater.
nobody's been pointing this out, but Finn in this moment literally goes Ray, like in a very calm
I
way.
no, I saw that immediately. I'm like, even in the damn holiday special, he's yelling Ray.
my
Oh,
God.
dang. Poor guy.
What?
Oh my
I
god, we're
don't
doing
know.
Christmas carols.
Right?
All right,
And
this
then, like,
the
they're
best.
all it's the
best
best
joke right
joke.
here.
All right, so who else here? Let's see. I'm looking. There's like
We have our classic Anakin.
Rey, Han, Obi-Wan, Leia, Anakin, Obi-Wan's, I think, Mace Windu, Sebulba. Is that Count
Luke.
Dooku? No, I think that's old Han. All right.
Oh, Old Han, yeah.
Yeah, I think it's old Han.
It's like, who
Luke's
are you
like,
guys?
what the heck? Yeah.
My son. I mean, these binary sons.
That got me. I was
And then the
It's
blue
so
milk.
good. Yeah,
Oh, that was the best joke.
it's so good.
Dude, amazing.
This Life Day, November 17th.
Unta Buta Solos? Like,
Who's gonna shoot first?
damn. Disney Plus snap.
And that was a fantastic trailer.
The fact that they were allowed to
It's
make
so
this
good.
is just bonkers, and I love every second of it.
Right? I can't believe Greedo's here. Like,
Someone's first Star Wars experience is going to be this, and they're going to be
yeah,
so
well,
utterly confused. And I
And they're going to be
love
way
it.
better for it. Yeah.
it's so good.
Yes.
And it was actually like really fun because like on the Star Wars Kids channel, they didn't upload this trailer, but they had like a bunch of different shorts too. I mean, yeah, there's not. I mean, we can just like talk about the
Snowflakes.
normal trailer. No, yeah, it's like this cute little stuff, and there's no like dialogue either, so like we just watch this through. But it's
That's
like
cool.
cute little stuff going on with the same animation style.
Oh, wow. And
I didn't see
Mandalorian
this. Cool.
sleeping again.
Passed out in
In
his
his
armor,
armor.
unbeskard. Well, yeah, he didn't have the Beskar armor in the finale shot. Cannon broken. All right.
Oh, for the audio people, this is on Star Wars Kids channel, right? You said?
Yeah,
Yeah,
this is on
Star Wars Kids.
Star Wars Kids.
It's called Snowflake Snack.
Yeah.
Because
Baby
Baby
Yoda
Yoda's
will win
always
Nevada.
hungry.
Oh my
Always
god.
hungry.
It's like there's no frog eggs here.
I can't commit mass murder here.
Oh, that's an amazing shot.
Right?
Oh, wow.
Oh,
Creating a snowflake.
Creating snow.
Oh, snowball. Jeez.
And I was like,
this dude's
ah.
becoming a Sith.
Yeah, I mean, Mando, you had one job.
Now I want the Razor Crescent logo.
Right.
A Lego.
That's cute.
It's so cute.
Oh.
We're just having fun at this point. Yeah, they had a great one like here as well. Just a gift giving.
Wow, how did I miss
All I
all
want
these?
for Life Day.
There's like
Oh my God,
four
I
of them.
love
I haven't seen them. I've only seen this other one here, but like it's great.
Well, Obi-Wan Kenobi and Anakin. Is that
Yeah.
Grievous?
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
Grievous. Oh my god, I need a musical number.
This is taking place during the Siege of Mandalore.
This is what happening like before they jumped into the starships.
That's a great good sweater on Obi-Wan. Oh wow.
I love how his scars look like tears.
I know.
Like, what?
Oh, the poor clone just got.
Right?
Anakin is not the best with presents.
No, he's trying though. He's like, I don't know. Huh.
Usually Ahsoka does up the presents.
Oh no.
Okay, Obi-Wan, dang.
Right? Oh, he stole the ATAP.
Oh my gosh.
Great job,
Grievous
Anakin.
Oh,
Matching sweaters.
the war criminal got away, but at least we got
that's perfect.
sweaters, you know?
That's
We have
very
fun.
funny.
We have fun here.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I'm excited.
Yeah, that got me more excited than I was before. I mean, I was like waiting for it. I was like kind of eager to see it, but then that trailer definitely put me over the edge.
It's perfect because I'm already envisioning my Christmas holiday. I'm gonna get some hot chocolate. I'm gonna get Squadrons on the PlayStation 5. And I'm gonna put this on. Put the YOLOG on my laptop or something in the background. Perfect. It's like the perfect holiday thing, and I'm glad they brought it back in Lego because then they can just have all the freedom that they want.
And just to break down, returning existing canon cast members include, but not necessarily limited to, I don't know, Kelly Marie Tran, Billy D. Williams, Anthony Daniels, Tom Kane, D. Bradley Baker, James Arnold Taylor, and Matt Lanter.
Woo! Great voice cast.
And the dude who does Vader in every property that isn't James Earl Jones.
And you know what? The girl that voices Rey in this, I don't know who she is, but fantastic impression
pretty good.
performance.
Yeah.
I heard so many people be like, if you didn't tell me it wasn't Daisy, I never would have known. And I'm like, I would have known.
Yeah, I can.
You're like, how dare you trust?
Yeah,
I hear the difference. Like, it's not bad.
Same goes for the Poe voice cast. Like, I can tell it's not Oscar Isaac.
Mm-hmm.
I know it's not John Boyega. I'm aware.
Yeah, if you know it's not John and Oscar, yeah, they're done.
Unless they want to come back. My friends come back.
Yeah. Oh yeah, they do the whole like, yeah, my friends come back, I'll come back kind of.
Yeah, give it 10 years.
I had no doubt in my brain Anthony Daniels would be back because this is all the man does.
Exactly. He has nothing else to do.
Hey, he's an author now. He has a book.
Oh, you're right.
He literally does like every Lego special. Honestly, if you guys like, there's so many Lego Star Wars specials on Disney Plus. I highly recommend them. There's one called Droid Tales. Very hilarious. Just like it basically starts out just like 3PO recounting all of his adventures back in the age of the Republic and like all that. So to at the end of Return of the Jedi, he's telling the story. So it's a really fun time.
I'll check it out right after Olaf's adventures.
Oh,
Too soon?
Rewatch it, man. I just watched it. I'll do a full breakdown on My Cup of Tea.
No, you are the smartest man alive for avoiding this experience in theaters. I'm scarred to this day. It's been 3 years.
Why?
It's been 3 years.
Scarred? Jeez.
It's not bad.
It's bad.
Carson
it's a nice little. It's the same when you would watch like a 20-minute Christmas special.
20 minutes, that's so long.
Yeah.
No, it's the same as like if you watch. It's the same if you watch like Rudolph or the Grinch, like yearly.
Do not put Rudolph in the same category.
Yeah, what the heck?
Dude, get out of here.
Why do you hate it so? What's your actual issue with it? That it played before
it's
Coco?
just bad. The dialogue is so bad.
It's just a simple Christmas special.
I know.
It's a short. It's not a cinematic masterpiece. It's not Frozen.
I'm not expecting it to be. I'm expecting it to be an extension of Frozen, and it's just like
it is.
It's not.
But in just like a small little holiday adventure. It's nothing. It's not canon. It's canon, but it's not like it's importance. Like It's
I
not the
know.
world building of Frozen 2. Star
Mom and
Wars.
Dad are arguing.
This is why nobody
I
watched
just
this live stream.
listen. I think I didn't like it as much because A, my family thought we were in the wrong theater because of how long this thing was,
That's so
and
awkward.
B, it was just like it was just cringy. I can't explain it. I think Pixar usually finds a balance in their shorts. It was just bad.
They
That's
usually
it.
make them short.
I
Dog.
miss the what was the little bird on the beach? That was amazing.
Oh, that was a
Pixar
good one.
short.
Yeah. With the
And then
waves and stuff.
they chase the waves and then they come back. I'm like, that's what a Lost Frozen Adventure should be. Not 20 minutes of door-to-door caroling and whatever.
I mean,
can't even
the best
imagine.
short was that black and white one with the what's it called? With that plane, that paper plane.
Ooh,
What
is it called?
What is it called? Shoot. I think it played in front of Zootopia or something, or Big Hero 6 or something. I don't know. But I forget the name. Somebody probably knows what I'm talking about.
I forget they do shorts in front of that because it's. Yeah, I had to look it up. And I think they're on Disney Plus, actually.
Yeah,
I'll look it up.
they all are. I watched. It's off topic of Star Wars, but a little sample for my cup of tea. I did watch the Pixar short out for the first time. Phenomenal. Really loved it. Very adorable.
Oh, wow. I don't think I've seen that. Which one you say?
Out.
Out.
With it was the whole thing was like a gay couple.
Oh yes,
Out?
I know what you're talking about.
too?
Where the couple, yeah, and like the heart's beating out of him, and then he has to like. I know which one you're talking about.
Yeah,
I don't think I've seen
Good
that one.
stuff. It's really good.
cool. I'm starting to. I don't know if you guys are hearing me, but I'm starting to lose connection on my end.
Yeah, we're kind of glitching.
Okay, let's wind down. Let's head out.
Hello. I'm trapped. I don't know how this
You're still there.
Oh, no.
I don't know. If you guys can hear me, we're gonna just break it down. Carson, if I
You guys can find me.
well, let me transfer
720p.
Wait. All right.
Okay,
Here.
you guys can find me in crisp
All right.
HD, unlike Nathan. Yeah, also on Twitter at the Film Carson, talking about random stuff I'm watching, which this week has been exclusively poll numbers and graphs. I'm hoping to break from that soon and actually watch movies again. But reminder that even if a new president gets elected, the issues that you care about don't just disappear overnight, and you should continue to talk about them and care about them and speak your voice on whatever you care about. Okay, that's my wrap up.
Preach. Cars, well,
Nathan?
yeah, you guys can find me on Twitter at Harris EV9 on Twitter.
Oh god, audio spiking, murdered my ears. Evan, help!
Oh, you can find me on Twitter.
Oh, it spiked my ears. Ow!
Mute yourself.
Yeah, like Carson said, surviving this whole election week process. Going into the weekend, doing pretty much nothing. Can't wait for my.
Do you guys even hear me? I don't know.
We can
Yeah,
hear
we
you,
can
Nathan. That's pretty much it, though. Pretty much it. Had a pretty much a slow week, other than the election.
Okay.
I'm excited to see the results. And that's it. We signed off, Nathan.
All right. Cool. I don't know if I'm coming. All right. I don't know if I'm back. I think I'm caught up at least with audio. But all right. You know where to find me. Description here. This channel. You know it. You have not made it this far to care. All right. So that being said, if you enjoyed this episode, our 40th episode, oh yeah, that went smooth. I make sure you.
Okay, wait. John Williams is supposed to come out with Leia's theme right now. I'm confused. What's going on?
Yeah.
Where is he?
Due to global pandemic issuing, we had to push it back a couple years.
He's canceled his appearance on Hyperspace Hype until further notice.
40th. The Hyperspace 40th is not going on right now. We're gonna have to come back for the 50th. in the end of Mando or something by next year. So yeah, sorry. If you enjoyed our podcast though, as smooth it was going until now, make sure you hit like and subscribe already. And that being said, I hope you have a great day, and may the force be with you always.